for sure. Here he is, the emir of the Wine Academy of Utah, Jimmy Santangelo.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. WineAcademyofUtah.com. You look like you're going to go hunting or something.
I'm going to. Yeah, I do have.
He's hunting for a good deal on booze, Bill. That's what he's hunting for.
And boy, did I score. Because Ogden's Own has, we've been a proud sponsor. They've been a proud sponsor of ours. We're really proud to have them as a sponsor of ours. That's the wording. And they're celebrating their 15th year in business by offering us $15 for their 5 Wives, the vodka.
Wow.
I was just, it's funny. I was at an event last night, in a private event, 30-something people. And actually, 5 Wives actually came up. I didn't mention this earlier. And one of the gals says, I really like the 5 Husbands. It just tastes better. And I'm like, I think it's the same thing. She's like, but when I look at the bottle.
you feel better. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
They do a special bottle for Pride Month. They do a.
Yeah.
So all the handsome men.
It's $15.99 right now.
$15.99 right now. And if you don't have this behind the well in your bar or restaurant, you're doing something wrong.
Exactly.
Because this is a corn-based spirit, very clean on the palate. We've done tons of cocktails with this. I enjoy it. My wife really likes this as her base in a Moscow Mule.
Yes.
And we do the Fever Tree ginger beer, and a little squeeze of lime in there. She does a 2 count, and she counts really slow. And she gifted me this past holiday season the 2 big copper mugs. I have no idea where they are, but she does, because that's the ones she does. So it's one of those gifts she bought.
This is for you, but really
it's like me buying her like a tool belt or something.
It's yours.
Yeah, a Makita.
But the key to a good Moscow Mule is the proper ginger beer.
I think so.
I mean, you just don't do ginger ale.
No.
It'll be okay, but
it'll be too sweet and a little bit on the richer side. And then we also have, I love that we have our own little collection here in the studio. We've got the Porter's Huckleberry and the Porter's Peanut Butter. And those were a lot of fun because we mixed them and we had that peanut butter and jelly thing. And
well, now I know where you keep them. They won't be there for long.
That's right. Those are pretty tasty.
They do a good whiskey up there.
No, for sure. And we somebody texted me that the peanut butter they've had in a hot chocolate, and they felt that was pretty good because of the chocolate and the peanut butter, that whole thing.
Now see, I gotta try that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. But all these great cocktails you can get, all these great spirits you can get at the cocktail bar up in Ogden at their sidebar. A lot of new things happening up in Ogden. Beehive and Roosters collaborated for a new space called Mercantile.
Yeah.
Mercantile that just opened up.
Oh, it did. Okay.
It's the old Greyhound bus station.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. And
they had a photo booth in there.
Oh.
And I remember going in there once with a high school friend of mine, and I still have a photo that I took of me. I took in that photo booth with a cigarette hanging out of my mouth. I look like I'm 14.
Oh, my gosh.
What a punk. What a punk.
But Ogden, not only is Ogden city itself growing, how great is it that Ogden's Own has been there for so long and just woven into the fabric of that community. I think it's great. But there is some news some news. So on the legislative, they always meet and it impacts our spirits laws, our beverage laws, our alcohol laws. It should pass that canned cocktails are now may be allowed to be served in bars and restaurants. So that's kind of cool. That's a big deal because of the distillate. They always felt that you had to measure out a canned cocktail an ounce and a half at a time because it had a spirit. But then the science was showing that no, it says 6% alcohol in it. It says it's right on there.
Yeah.
So now bars and restaurants, this sure would have been helpful during the pandemic. Let me tell you that.
Amen.
But at least we're making progress now. The reason I bring that up is because the Madame Petrini under the Porter's line that Ogden's Own does, the gin, they have a gin and tonic, a canned gin and tonic, and they have other types of canned products. So I'm looking forward to seeing
Now, are they
Ogden's Own.
Are they in the liquor stores yet?
Yes, they are. Yeah, they've been doing them since 2020. I was looking it up before I came in. I've had them before, and they're delicious.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And one thing I like about their Moscow Mule that they do, it's not too sweet. You know, because sometimes those Moscow
yeah.
Mules can be too, like distillers feel they add more sugar in it. They'll sell more of them, or that's the consumer palate. They're kind of right because we are a sweet tooth of a culture. But cocktail culture, I think, is a little more spot on. Like Carrie likes his Moscow Mule's gingery and
Yeah. I want
really
it to
bring
bite,
it on. Want it to bite. So that's kind of exciting. I'm really
Now,
happy to.
the simplicity cocktails too. Those canned cocktails.
Those are pretty good.
Now, what's the advantage though of having canned cocktails in a restaurant or a bar? I mean,
Convenience, lower staff,
Yeah.
labor, consistency.
see, well,
I said convenience.
I
sorry.
usually get like Pretty Bird, for example. I usually get that to go, but they offer sometimes canned seltzers in there, but you have to stay there and drink them. You know.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
So if they were to do that for their
But if I were an
restaurant
operator,
serving, you know.
let's say for brunch or a busy, you get
Oh,
popped,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's gonna you don't have a bartender on. Let's say you just generally don't have a bartender. You're not busy enough to have one, and your service staff has to make those drinks. It's going to slow down service onto the floor. So to be able to just crack and go, crack a can, bring a nice Collins glass of ice or a vessel of ice, and then just pour a little bit, serve it to the guests, and then they can enjoy. I think there's that convenience factor because labor is really high right now and not available, so it'll only maintain the consistency of beverage.
but you won't be able to take them out.
I don't think so. No,
No,
Like,
but
you
just
can't-
like if you order a beer
beer.
at the restaurant, you can't take it.
Yeah, but it's funny because some people wonder about wine, right?
Yeah.
The question comes up: can I bring in my own cider because it's considered fruit based and it's similar alcohol and it has a cork closure? So everyone's just trying to get away with stuff. It's just like it's just wine. But restaurants and bars can sell closed canned beverages in some locations. Gosh, I don't want to misspeak. There is a rule out there that you can sell products to go. I don't even want to go down that path because I can't recall.
Yeah.
But
It doesn't make any sense because I can take a bottle of wine into a restaurant.
Right.
I had to be able to take a bottle of wine out of a restaurant.
Well, you can if you don't finish it, right? You can even order a bottle, but you have
so
to
you
have the
can.
intention to consume it there, not to be like, hey, I'm just going to have a little sip and then close it and
gonna
leave.
have a sip.
That's when you get in trouble as an operator.
I'm just going to have a sip of this Moscow Mule from Ogden Zone, and then I'll see you later.
I'm gonna have a roadie.
No, I'm going.
Now, I got a couple of things here for you, Jimmy.
Okay.
First of all,
The soju.
this is my favorite alcoholic beverage.
Yes, it is.
In the world.
Oh, my gosh.
It's Jinro Soju. It is the most consumed alcoholic beverage on the planet.
Oh, my God.
It is not an
And
exaggeration.
you're proud to have something to do with
Exactly. I do my part.
I've had soju, but I can't remember. It tastes sort of like sake.
Yeah.
How do you?
It's much cleaner.
How do you drink it?
You put it in the fridge and shot glasses. And then there's the old Korean tradition where the oldest person at the table, his glass should never be empty. The young people have to keep filling it up.
You bet.
Luckily, I'm usually the oldest person at the table. But delicious stuff. Now, the red cap is the higher alcohol. The green cap is the lower alcohol.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
so take that and experiment with it.
Thank
and
you.
then this is for all of us to try if we want. My friend Jonas works for a beer company, and I see him at the comic book store, and he passed this on to me.
Nice.
Strawberry beer.
Wow.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Truly strawberry
Premium Belgium
beer.
white fruit beer. Sure. So
He said, I want Jimmy to try this.
Thank you.
Okay.
We will. Imported from Belgium. That looks awesome. I'm looking for the ABV. I can't find it right now. 4.1% alcohol by volume. So that's not high. That's right in there. You know, we're at that 5% range right now. So it's probably 3.8. You know how you call 3.2 beer?
Yeah.
That's actually by weight. That's 4.0 by volume. So this is 4.1. So that's a low proof. That's nice.
And how
For
what's
breakfast.
the proof of the soju?
Take a look. See if you can see it.
Can you
there.
buy that brand here?
Yeah, they just started carrying
just
it in the
started,
liquor
right?
stores. Yeah. Now, there's flavored ones. Stay away from those. Are really sweet. Really, they're like candy. Too sweet.
There, you can get a nickel for deposit.
You can't.
Well, the
There
bottles.
it is.
Yeah.
I can't read it. 20%, 20.1% alcohol by volume.
Yeah.
That'll get you in the boo-boo.
Oh, it'll get you there. Yeah. Delicious. Anyway. So there you go, Jimmy.
Thank you. That's pretty awesome.
Let me know what you think.
Jimmy Santangelo, the Wine Academy of Utah. For all of his events and other items, go to thewineacademyofutah.com.
That's right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Make you feel better.